Yo, what is going on, guys? Bonus video, 2 videos in one day. How could you guys ever get so lucky, eh? Eh? Well, okay, so the main reason why I'm making this video is because earlier I did a video on the fusion rifle and there was like a really weird sound bug. At like 5 minutes, you guys got deafened. I'm really sorry about that. I don't know how it happened. I am still trying to understand how this happened. It was like a really short amount of audio basically. And on top of that, we did a Raid Shadow Legends promo in that video. So, you know, you could say that video was a little bit cursed. But hey man, listen, your boy got paid, okay? And on top of that, I'm bringing you another video today. Does it get any better than that? Well, yes, actually, it does get better. You know why? Because I'm using a fucking auto rifle in this video. How many auto rifle videos do you see these days? Not many, because, you know, PvP is just hand cannon and shotgun basically, or hand cannon and sniper more or less. And if it's not a hand cannon, you can bet your fucking left bollock it's gonna be a pulse rifle. Am I right or am I right? So today I thought I'd bring out my trusty old Gnawing Hunger. Long-time watchers of the channel are familiar with this gun, but for those of you who aren't familiar with this weapon, let me give you a little rundown. So basically it's a Gambit Prime / Reckoning weapon. You can only earn it in Reckoning on, you know, alternating weeks. So when it's not spare rations, it's Gnawing Hunger. Obviously most people don't know this because most people don't give a shit about the Gnawing Hunger, but let me tell you why it's so good. It's a 600 RPM auto rifle, and 600 RPM auto rifles have a TTK of 0.8 seconds. That is exactly the same as spare rations. So when people say auto rifles are terrible, well, I'll always say, but hold on, this auto rifle has the same time to kill as the best hand cannon in the game, and you know that should surely mean that it's not terrible. And that's true, it's not terrible. However, just because it has the same TTK as spare rations doesn't mean it's as good as spare rations. Why? Well, this is an auto rifle and spare rations is a hand cannon. Auto rifles are very easily countered by simple use of cover, or if you're a hunter, literally just shade step. So obviously auto rifles have an inherent weakness. No matter what you do, unless you make the time to kill absolutely busted, and to be honest, dropping the TTK below 0.8 seconds, can you really justify doing that on any primary without it being completely broken? I don't know. Maybe autos could have a 0.7 TTK and not be broken. Who knows? But 0.8 seconds seems to be like the barometer for a strong gun in D2 at the moment. And also, with this being an adaptive auto rifle, it's not exactly like you need to land every single headshot. Sure, most of them need to be headshots, but not all of them. It's an adaptive frame auto, and unlike the hand cannon adaptive frames, it truly is adaptive. You don't need to land every single headshot like you do with a 140 RPM hand cannon. So it has its advantages, guys. This gun is not to be sniffed at by any means. Now the perks on this gun are very important to why it's so effective. Tap the trigger. You must be sick of this perk by now. You see it on fusions, on pulse rifles, on sidearms, but also auto rifles. Ideally, this is the S tier perk for autos. By the way, there's one guy who's just hiding in a bush here. What the fuck's that about? And if you don't have tap the trigger on this gun, maybe you can settle for Zen Moment, but it's just not the same. Tap the trigger basically makes this gun feel like an absolute laser beam, but it gives the bullets like a really tight grouping. I don't know what it is, if this is all in my head, but it really does seem to be like the bullet grouping gets exponentially tighter when you have tap the trigger. And what that means is less time for your opponent to go into cover and obviously stop your optimal TTK with the auto rifle. You can catch people off guard out in the open and just absolutely laser beam their faces off and kill them in 0.8 seconds. However, this gun also has kill clip. That's a 30% damage boost, so you get even faster TTK with kill clip, and if you're chaining kills like you should be, you're going to be taking advantage of that all the time. And however, it gets even better. Like in those opening clips you saw, what was I doing? I was combining kill clip Gnawing Hunger with Weapons of Light. Guys, 40 to the head with a 600 RPM auto rifle, that's like a 0.3 second TTK or something. I am a Titan and I'm shit at maths, so I could be wrong, but the point is, the gun kills very fucking fast. As you can see in the gameplay, we are shredding faces right here on 6v6 Endless Veil. And now that I've obviously given you a little bit of a background on the weapon, we can maybe switch into a little bit of commentary on the gameplay that you're seeing. I was also rocking the Imperial Decree, and I was using the Antea swords to slide into engagements. Here's the Buble. I was really greediest for Legend of Acryus. I did a Prestige Leviathan raid for the first time last week, and I was rewarded with this ornament for the Legend of Acryus. So I was like, screw it, let's take this thing out. There's a big boy bubble right here, and I thought this was my moment. But actually, the Titan made a stupid play that saved him. he left the bubble and he isn't the one I shottied, so I had to scarp her out of there. Side note, in that match that you were just watching, I was absolutely shitting on them, and in the second half of the game, every single player on the other team, I promise you, every single one of them, passed the controller or the mouse and keyboard to their big brother, and they just started team shotting the fuck out of me, and there was no more gameplay to show you in that lobby. So I decided we'd go into Rumble. Obviously a lot of 1v1s here. I can see a guy jumping over. He's going to land that grenade. I can see into the future. Now I've got Kill Clip, who's up next. This guy is hard scoping. I saw that little glint. I don't know if you guys saw that, but I saw that. I don't want no part in that. I'm going to go around this side and I'm just going to kill everybody in this nearby vicinity. Kill Clip is so strong in Rumble. You win your duel and you're set up for the next one, just like that guy. He ran out with a shotty out and he got badly punished by the gnawing hunger. Now this lobby, I don't know what everybody was using, but you can assume when you go into Rumble, people are using a hand cannon and a shotgun pretty much always, or maybe a hand cannon and a sniper. Very rarely will you see people switch their loadouts in Rumble, which is why I wanted to go in here and just use an auto rifle. Obviously, you know, if these guys aren't the sweatiest players, then I'm obviously giving them a little bit of a handicap by using an auto rifle, right? I won't pub stop this lobby because I'm using an auto, but that's where you're wrong. If you're hitting all your shots and you're on point, this gun is a problem for just about anyone. The only thing I would say is hunters literally, like if you're a good player and you're on a hunter, you shouldn't really die to an auto rifle. But that's not because this gun's bad, it's just because auto rifles as an archetype are inherently weaker than other guns in Destiny 2 because of the movement. This is obviously, you know, exasperated when you're playing all hunters. They can literally press dodge and get straight into cover. Now your TTK might be doubled, whereas they only have to peek shot you with an auto. So obviously, or with a hand cannon rather, not an auto. So that inherent weakness of the archetype is something you can't really balance in my opinion. Unless you make auto rifles completely broken, there's not much you can do. The only thing you could do, now maybe people wouldn't like to hear this idea, but what you could do is make the time to kill the optimal TTK even more forgiving. So basically make it like half body shots, half headshots. Maybe then you would see more auto rifle usage in the Crucible. Guys, I can't remember the last time I died to an auto rifle. Can you? Let me know in the comment section. Type down in the comment section, I was killed by an auto rifle on this day, and let me know, because I can't fucking remember the last time I died to an auto. But like I said, it's just a tricky one, because like the default reaction you have is, yeah, auto rifles are trash. That's why nobody uses them. But then I'm obviously making an argument in this video to tell you why auto rifles are not bad. I would place Gnawing Hunger at the top of the list, and probably right below that, spinning up Suros Regime is very, very strong also. You've then got the Halfdan D, which is a high impact auto rifle, which is nasty, but it suffers even more from the fact that people can get into cover very easily because obviously it's a slow firing weapon in the first place. After that, I would probably say 720s. The Reckless Oracle is a fantastic weapon. I've been having a lot of fun. I recently did a raid and I actually got my first ever Reckless Oracle. Not an amazing roll by any means. I think I have auto loading holster and swashbuckler, but the feel of the weapon combined with the sight and the good handling stats for a 720 that it has makes it a very, very nice gun. And they're definitely not bad. I think there are definitely other weapon types that are way worse off than auto rifles. For example, I'd put most scout rifles, apart from probably you've got Jade Rabbit and Polaris and maybe Mida Multi-Tool. Probably throw in Randy's in there as well. But apart from those four guns, scouts as a whole, you don't basically see them at all. Same thing goes for high impact pulse rifles. You don't see any high impact pulses in the game. But that being said, you do see a lot of other pulse rifles, like your Blast Furnace, like your Bygones. So pulses are in a very strong spot. Hand cannons, as we know, the thing is with hand cannons, they have a very inherent strength, in that they can peak shot. I talked about this earlier. It doesn't matter what you do to hand cannons, they have great inner accuracy, so they lend very well to the mobility in this game. You can peak shot, do high damage in short bursts. You can't really fuck with that. No matter what happens, hand cannons will always be at the top. But that doesn't mean this gun's bad, guys. We absolutely smashed this lobby up with the Gnawing Hunger. I'm sure you'll agree. Here's a quick look at the gun to reward those who stuck around to the end. You can see the roll right here. We've got Chambered Compensator, Kill Clip, Tap the Trigger, Appended Mag, and a Stability Masterwork. Guys, this gun is fantastic. If you think auto rifles are trash, please do me a favor. Go and get yourself a Gnawing Hunger with Tap the Trigger and Kill Clip and let me know what you think. Hope you guys enjoyed this bonus video today. Don't forget to hit that like button and maybe consider subscribing. And I will see you in the next video. Peace.